Coming up on this Friday edition of FNN, how a few minutes of your time can help to save a life.
Plus, we dive into the world of podcasting and radio.
And senior nights are coming up for winter sports. Stay tuned for all that and more, because FNN starts now. Happy Friday, Falcons. I'm Christy Nguyen.
And I'm Dotman Parr.
The East Kentwood Blood Drive is a yearly opportunity for students to donate blood, and our next blood drive is almost here. Hosted by the Blood Center of Michigan, hundreds of staff and students take part in the donation event. According to the American Red Cross, every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. is in need of blood for things like surgeries, cancer treatments, and more. Ms. Grierson, who helps run the Kiva program, knows firsthand how important blood donations are. Her daughter needed more than 30 blood donations over 9 months during her treatment. She says if you can donate, please take the time to do so.
Only 3% of age-eligible people donate, and the need for it and the people that receive it is much greater than that 3%. So you definitely are helping people right here in the Grand Rapids area.
The blood drive is on Thursday, February 29th in the West Wing Gym. Make sure to sign up using the QR code posters around the school while the time slots are still open. Your donation can help save lives.
With the rise of social media in the last decade, a new fashion phenomenon has quickly gained popularity among the masses. FNN reporter Sophia James went out to research microtrends and how they have harmed the environment.
Microtrends have risen in popularity the past few years, making it hard to be a modern teen that hasn't partook in at least one. But what are microtrends, you may ask? They're trends that skyrocket in popularity online but become forgotten about after a couple months or years when people move on to the next big thing. Dotman Parr, a senior at EK, gives some insight into the teen experience with this fad.
Such as, Shein, those checkered gingham style tops here and there. I'm tempted to do, but at the same time, I was lucky enough that I didn't have a job, so I didn't have money to purchase a lot. But if I did, I would have bought more.
The problem with microtrends is that they have led to a large increase in overconsumption within consumerism. For example, there's a recent trend called hauls in which consumers buy dozens of items to try and then throw away. All waste has to go somewhere, and the president of the Conservation Club, Memphis Hartman, talked more about this.
We can see that with the resurgence of Y2K fashion styles, people would rather go to the quick and easy option of some website like Shein, where you can buy large quantities of clothing for really cheap. You can usually buy 30 items for $100, which seems incredibly absurd.
Hartman continued, saying that fast fashion makes up about 92 million out of 100 billion pounds of waste that is found in landfills every year. It's human nature to always want more than needed, and brands prey on that weakness without care. That's why it's on you, the consumer, to regulate your environmental footprint. The AP environmental science teacher, Mr. Warfield, gave insight into how you can reduce your footprint in daily life.
I think it's more of a consciousness that you have to take in terms of the products you buy, how they're contained, what they're contained in, whether you're even something as simple as asking for plastic bags versus paper bags. So, if you look at things from an environmental standpoint, it can translate into the kind of choices you make when you buy things.
Next time, before you buy that new iPhone or purchase those new Nikes, really consider whether there's something you really like or just a passing trend that isn't worth the money. At EK, I'm Sophia James.
If you want to learn more about recycling and how you can help our environment, check out our new Conservation Club on Instagram.
Earlier this year, we reported that FNN had 2 new projects in the works that you all could look forward to. After our team has worked hard on them, we would proudly like to present Falcon News Network's radio and podcast stations. FNN branches out even further into the broadcasting world. Our very own Mr. Donikowski explains the basics of being a part of our radio or podcast station.
The biggest difference being podcasts, you just kind of get to sit down and have a conversation with friends or teachers and things like that. Whereas radio, there's a little bit more work to it. You're scheduling songs, you're tracking. Okay, I've been talking for 2 minutes, time to go back live and things like that. But no, overall the response has been great.
These new additions to FNN allow the speakers to voice their opinions and important ideas without having to have their faces on a big screen. Nick Longstreet, FNN station manager, talks about what he hopes to see from the stations in the future.
I hope that people think that they can contribute to it as well, because I feel like a lot of students have different, a lot of people are shy of the camera or whatever, and so they don't want to be seen on FNN on TV. But I feel like if you can just have your voice get out there, different ideas, different mediums, you can really get stuff out there and you can be heard.
We encourage all students to talk about what they are passionate about and express their ideas. FNN's Aaron Tyler says that these stations were made exactly for that.
There's a lot of people here at EK that have a lot of ideas that they want to share with other people. And like, since there's so many ideas that people have, we just created a space where people can like easily talk about it and like express how they feel and what they like and like how they act.
If you are interested in being a part of the radio and or podcast, you can contact Mr. Donikowski or your counselor to be a part of FNN next year. You can also listen to the podcast on Spotify at Falcon News Network or listen to the radio station on the Live 365 app. At EK, I'm Christy Wynn. Make sure to scan the QR codes on posters around the school to tune into our live radio station or head over to Spotify and search Falcon News Network to catch our latest episodes.
That does it for your news today, Falcons.
Now let's toss it over to Erica Large for your EK Sports Report.
What's up, Falcons? It's your girl Erica, and this is your EK Sports Report. Starting off on the map, we have boys wrestling. The boys are getting ready for individual regionals tomorrow in Rockford. Isaiah Hudnall made it to the regionals after placing second in districts last week, and he has had a great season all around. Isaiah says his hard work has paid off to prepare him for this moment.
It feels good, all the work in the off season and all the training in season. It feels like it all paid off. My partners, Drew Carlin, Coach Foster, everybody put everything into this, and it just feels good getting one of those goals.
Good luck, Isaiah. Jumping from the mat to the ice now with EK Hockey. The hockey team has put together some solid performances this week and hosted their annual Autism Awareness Game last weekend. Tonight at 8, the Falcons take on New Boston and celebrate the class of 2024. Good luck to the team tonight. Last but not least, best of luck to our basketball teams tonight as they head to Rockford for a showdown against some of the best teams in the state. That does it for this week's sports report. Now let's flip it back to the desk.
Thanks, Erica, and that does it for your news this week.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to Falcon News Network on YouTube, where you can catch sports live streams, previous episodes, and other great content.
Plus, check the posters around the school to tune into our new radio station and check out our podcasting channel.
Have a great, long midwinter break.
We are off next week, so we will see you all back here on February 28th.